Good morning. Sunday morning. Good Sunday morning. Let's get some more people in the chat. Today, we're going to be discussing this morning. There's an article, recent article that was released not October 4th. And it's speaking on fast food is fueling an obesity epidemic in Africa. Fast food, unhealthy food, is fueling an obesity epidemic in Africa. I'm gonna read some of this article. I'm also going to post the link real quick. Hold on one second. Let me post this link real quick in the chat. Peace. Let's see here. All right, I'm posting the link in the chat right here. I'm gonna read some of this article. The African continent is growing ever more obese. Rapid urbanization, population growth, and expanding economies which swell the ranks of middle-income families are leading to more Africans indulging in fast foods. And like seen in more advanced economies, this has led to an increasing overweight and obesity levels across Africa. Health systems that aren't equipped to deal with the challenge are already being stretched. A new report from the Malabo Montpellier panel, a group of international agricultural experts, says African children are increasingly exposed to high sugar, energy-dense processed foods that are cheap in cost but lower in nutrition. Same thing here in America, in low-income Black communities. I'm gonna get to that as well. Obesity among 7 to 11-year-olds increased from 4% in 1990 to 7% in 2011 and is expected to reach 11% in 2025. The change in eating habits is also seen among older middle-class Africans who are increasingly desk-bound and are not engaged in much physical activity such as sports. The Malabo panel said there was an urgent need to raise awareness and to address the emerging burden of obesity among segments of the African population. All right, so obesity is a growing problem in African countries. So there's a chart, okay, of a percentage of obese adults, and this chart is from 2015. And Ghana is #1 at 27%. All right, Africa now has the fastest growing middle class in the world, with current trajectories showing they will grow to 1.1 billion by 2060. Over the last few years, big fast food brands like Burger King, McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, and Subway all set shop in the continent in the hope of taking advantage from the expanding middle class who have disposable income and a palate for processed foods. The most unhealthiest food you could possibly eat. And Africans are eating it up, and I'm here to give a warning. Given that an obesity epidemic is now unraveling in countries like Egypt, Ghana, South Africa, and Nigeria. Surprisingly, malnutrition and obesity also coexist in the same household sometimes, with stunted children living alongside overweight adults who themselves manifest multiple micronutrient deficiencies. Almost done. As diets laden with sugar, meat, and carbs grow, the prevalence and impact of diabetes are also growing. And with healthcare in Africa long focused on communicable diseases like malaria and HIV/AIDS, national health systems are not well developed to treat diabetes or its long-term consequences like heart attacks, kidney failure, which I'm going to talk about, and strokes. Hypertension has also risen as a critical problem. And besides the consumption of junk food, adults in Africa are increasingly consuming less fruit and vegetables while smoking and drinking a lot. In a continent with 233 million hungry people, poverty and undernourishment are still a daily fact. And while parts of the population have expanding waste, the Malabo experts note that government agencies need to act on stopping food wastage, balance food production, and ensure minimum dietary diversity for children and adults alike. Okay. With that being said, what's good, everybody in the chat? Linnell, I see you, fam. John O, Black Boy Rights, what's up? And I wanna discuss this. I wanted to discuss this morning because one of my favorite dishes, Ghanaian dishes, is a dish called Tsofi. I absolutely love it. It's not the most healthiest dish, but it's good. It's fucking delicious. I absolutely love it. Now, Tsofi is fried turkey tail. What is a turkey tail? I have no clue. It's a part of a turkey. I don't know if it's the butt or whatever it is. It's you know what? It's probably like an oxtail. It's probably like an oxtail, but instead it's turkey. There you go. So I guess I don't even know what an oxtail really is. I just know it's good. So I'm guessing it's the butt. I don't know. No, that shit sounds off. It doesn't sound right. But I guess it's the tail. Right? I don't know what it is, but it's good. So the fried turkey tail, which is not the healthiest dish in the world. In fact, let me look this up real quick. Oxtail. I just want to see what the hell is oxtail. Okay, the tail of a cattle. I mean, oxtail is getting into strong. Okay, the tail. Okay, it's a tail. All right. So the turkey tail, and oxtail, but a turkey tail. Let's focus on Tsofi. It's absolutely delicious. But it's banned in Ghana because it's deemed unhealthy. And I guess the Ghanaian government was somewhat concerned about the health of Ghanaians. But you ban Tsofi, okay, turkey tail, but you allow American fast food to come in and set up shop, which in my honest opinion, in fact it is more unhealthy than some Tsofi, okay? Ghanaians, Africans, if you're watching this, you need to watch a documentary called Super Size Me. It was a documentary on McDonald's and how unhealthy that food is. Okay. Also, too, let me paint this picture for you. In the Black community, especially somewhat low income, middle class and low income Black communities. Okay. When you go into a Black community, you have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Church's Chicken, all these unhealthy fast food places. All right. And it's no coincidence, surrounded by these fast food restaurants in the low income Black communities, middle class Black communities here in America. You have a number, okay, and it's growing. They're being built everywhere of these dialysis clinics. Okay, I don't know if Africans really know what a dialysis clinic is, but dialysis, all right, is when you have kidney failure and your kidneys can't, I guess, clean your blood or pump the blood. They hook you up to a machine that cleans your blood for you. My grandmother was on dialysis. I know a couple people who are on dialysis. Okay, and a lot of it has to do of terrible diet. All right, and this is the thing. As like I said in the article, in Africa, unfortunately, something like malaria, which should not be killing people, which should be treated like a flu or a cold, where you take some pills, you catch it, you take some pills, and that's it. We can't manage malaria. We can't properly manage HIV/AIDS. But now with this junk food epidemic, okay, that's going to lead to high blood pressure, people having to go on dialysis, diabetes, and unfortunately, you guys don't have the resources to treat all these sicknesses and these illnesses. You don't have it. Okay, and trust me, when these fast food chains come into Africa, KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, you know, they're not going to invest in any type of treatment or infrastructure or contribute towards building any type of dialysis centers or diabetes clinics for when you guys get sick. And same thing with your government. All right. Also, these treatments are very expensive. You know, I know health insurance in except for like South Africa really isn't that popular. So you're going to get sick. You have to pay for all these treatments out of pocket. Okay, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars that I know many of you cannot afford. Because at least here in America, okay, once you get older or disabled, you can get Medicaid. All right, and Medicaid will cover the cost of being treated for diabetes and you know, if you get kidney failure and you have to go on dialysis. I don't think you guys have Medicaid or Medicare in Africa. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the chat room, if I'm wrong, if there's some like subsidized program where you guys pay taxes and if you get sick or once you reach a certain age, they will cover all your medical expenses damn near. I know Medicaid does. If you're below a certain income, they will cover all your medical expenses and you really don't have to pay for anything out of pocket. There's something is just like that in Africa? I don't think so. I've asked this question before, but something might have changed. Linnell Grant, are you talking about the dialysis centers? I mean, they're popping up everywhere here in Atlanta, everywhere. The Vita and Fresenius, and then you have some small chain ones, mom and pops. They are popping up everywhere in primarily Black communities here in Atlanta. I'm being serious, and I'm telling you, when you see one, you'll see a whole chain, different chains of fast food around. To the point where our people are leaving the dialysis center and they're going to get a McDonald's hamburger. Okay, and like I said, McDonald's, Burger King, all these fast food chains are not going to invest in any type of medical, I guess, infrastructure, meaning they're not going to donate or contribute to dialysis centers, diabetes clinics, high blood pressure clinics, all these medical clinics that you're going to need for eating their food once you become sick. They're not going to. But for some odd reason, in Ghana, they thought it would make more sense to ban Tsofi, fried turkey tail, which is not the most healthiest dish, but it's good. I had some last night. It was delicious. But allow KFC and all these fast food chains to pop up and build and expand an enterprise in Ghana. But they want to tell you that they're concerned about your health, Ghanaians. But they allow all these fast food chains. And actually, I was gonna film this like on location and just walk you through. In fact, I'm gonna do it, but it's raining outside. I'm still gonna do it, where I'm just gonna get a camera and I'm gonna show Africans, okay, what's gonna happen are the true costs behind eating this fast food. It's junk food. That's why we call it junk food. It's junk food. It's fast food. It's last minute if you're just hungry and you just gotta grab something. And then, like for example, if I'm just hungry and I have to grab something, there's a Burger King. Usually for breakfast, I'll just get a croissant with egg and cheese. That's it. I'm not touching no meat. None of that. These fast food chains, I am not touching the meat at all. I mean, there was a Subway that claimed to be healthy. Let me read this article on Subway real quick, people. Hope you guys are getting this. Hold on. Subway chicken. There was an article. I'm going to put this in the chat room too. Subway chicken. Okay. DNA tests find Subway chicken only 50% meat. Only 50% meat is chicken. And when you look at the meat, like, I mean, come on, Africans, you guys have had fresh chicken. I mean, you get it from the farm, you cut it, and it's fresh. Like you cook it that same day. Just you can look at meat and know that this is some processed junk versus the real thing. You know, like when I'm in Kenya and I'm eating choma, okay, or just lamb or beef when I'm in Senegal, like fresh meat that was butchered like that same day, all right? A chicken that was literally, you pick it out, I want that chicken right there, and literally they butcher it up like that same day and it's fresh. You can tell the difference between some fresh meat and some processed, salty, hormoned out, steroid out meat. Okay, you can tell the difference. It's easy once you've eaten like real fresh meat. You know, so again, it doesn't make any sense. And this is typical of African leadership. You think you're serving the best interest of the people by banning Tsofi, but then you let KFC, Subway, and all these other places run wild in Africa. And the studies are showing that your people now are getting sick, and you guys do not have the resources to treat all these sick people because you could barely treat malaria. Buhari has to go to England, has to go to the UK to get treatment. So it's hard enough to treat your own people for, just normal illnesses and sicknesses, but you really think you can handle, once all your people start getting sick off of this fast food, you're going to be able to handle treating all these sick people. And then the people who eat this crap in Africa, can you truly afford, the costs in regards to eating it? Hey, what's going on, bro? I'm doing good. Hey, will you be free? I'm just doing a live stream real quick. Will you be free in like 20 minutes? Is that cool? 11:30 is cool. All right, peace. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have the brother Bomani coming on next at 11:30. If you guys saw that, that was him. The brother Bomani, he's coming on at 11:30. But because I remember fast food set up their shops strategically so people on their way home from a long day of work to want to stop and get fast food. Yeah. Hey, Chanel Chateau, I tell you this, the street food is so fucking good. I absolutely love the street food. And that's the thing, like, Linnell, I'm glad you brought that up. Eating American food is considered having money and being successful. I mean, Americans are now getting hip to not eat the fast food. In fact, now in America, it's starting to shift where fast food is more associated with people with low income. Because think about it, you can walk into McDonald's or KFC and feed a family of 5 for like 15 bucks. Like 15 bucks, you can feed a family of 5. I mean, seriously, you can feed a family of 5 for 15 bucks at KFC. You get you one of the buckets, some large size, and your family's good. 15 bucks. So it's no longer really associated with wealth, and that's what people in Africa have to understand. Like, wealthy people aren't really eating that stuff anymore, man. Wealthy people are going the Whole Foods. I guess Whole Foods is considered healthy. So they're going the all natural, no hormone, no antibiotics, no preservatives. They're going that route. And see, that's what Africans have to understand. They're going the organic healthy route. That's what people with money are going to now. I got to do another video on that. You know, I have to do another video on that. The Africans know, like, look, this fast food stuff, okay, is not as popular as you think here in America. And in fact, you know, like McDonald's, they were doing pretty bad for a second, especially after that documentary, Super Size Me. Africans, I need you to look at this documentary called Super Size Me. You need to watch this art. You need to see that documentary. And that right there will tell you to stay away from this fast food. Because again, in the long run, it's going to cost you a whole lot more trying to treat it. Because I know, you know, I would go to Africa and my friends would be like, Dinus, we have KFC. We have Kentucky Fries now. We have Kentucky Fried. And they were so excited. And I'm like, look, I didn't come way to Africa to eat some damn Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, at least give me the street food. The street food is so good. In fact, that's your fast. Oh, stop the show. Africans. I gotta write this stuff down. Your street food is your fast food. Okay? Contribute to your local vendors. That food is so good. In my honest opinion, it's fresh. You know, good as hell. What's up, Nana? I see you. Nana and Shanti. Good morning. The street food is so good and it's fresh. But I know a lot of Africans have a stigma, especially middle class Africans. Middle class and upper class Africans have a somewhat of a stigma versus eating the street food. And the street food is really for the low income people. So that's their fast food. But I'm telling you, the street food, from what I know and what I can attest to, is more healthier than this fast food, American fast food that's coming to Africa. So support your street food. That's what I would do in my honest opinion. Support your street food. The street is fresh. It's delicious. I was in Senegal eating some street food and Mali. It was absolutely delicious. So good. I don't know what I had. I think they call it like a Senegalese hamburger. And what they do, they get the bread, you know, they put lamb, and they got like this, like, I'm not a big fan of ketchup, but like the Senegalese ketchup, it tastes different. They put that in there, and then they get like the fresh potatoes, crisp, throw it in there, and you know, they put like some other little sauce and some, oh, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. So yeah, Africans, street food is your fast food, and it's healthier. Way healthier than the stuff that's starting to come into Africa, trust me. Because if I take you to a Black community and show you all these all these diabetes clinics, dialysis centers, and all these just clinics and doctors, and you know, and then around that you'll see all these fast food restaurants, Taco Bell, and all this other stuff, all this junk food around it. You know, then you'll get the picture. Because again, I don't think they have Medicaid in Africa. Because at least here in America, you know, you're low income, you get Medicaid. So it's all that stuff is covered. But in Africa, I don't think they have Medicaid. Let me get back in the chat room. Get theory. What's good theory, Jones? No, you're right. Very vain, but some people go to these fast food places for the decor. I agree, but I prefer the street food for the decor. Just on the street, you get your food, you sit down right there on a little bench, and you eat. I prefer that. Linnell, like I said, not anymore. You gotta understand, American food, fast food now here in America is low income. Tsofi, is it spelled? Is that how you spell it? Chofi or Tsofi? Okay, I spelled it wrong. I'm sorry, but it's delicious. So again, it makes no sense to ban Tsofi, but welcome American fast food with open arms when the proof, okay, is showing that this food is making you guys sick and obese, and you cannot afford to treat it. Let's see here. What's in here? They have private insurance. Yeah, well, the insurance is expensive as hell from what I understand in Africa. Africans need to patronize their own restaurants. Exactly. Buy that street food. Cash mob the African street food. It's inexpensive. Like I bought like my big old sandwich I bought when I was in Senegal and I'm in Mali. It's like a hoagie. Like I said, they get a hoagie, they put the meat. And like I only eat a lot of meat when I'm in Africa because it's fresh. It's fresh. And you can tell, you can see the difference. They put the meat, they put like the little tomato, the fried chips or crisp. I think, no, they call them chips. So in Africa, potatoes are called chips. French fries are called chips. And then potato chips are called crisp in Africa. So they put the chips in it. You know, they put the little sauce. It's like ketchup, but it's like a different little sauce. And, you know, they might put like some lettuce and, it's so good. It's so good. And it costs like maybe $1.50, if even that. Like, had to cost like $1.50. You know, so your street food. I sold to Zouk 1, Greece from Senegal. Hey, I'll be there. I'll be in Senegal in 3 weeks. I land in Senegal November 3rd or November 4th. And I'll be in Ghana November 20. I land Thanksgiving Day, I think. Or yeah, day after Thanksgiving, November 24th. Let's see who else we got in here. Yeah, so you know, yeah, but I just wanted to share that this morning because you know, y'all banned Tsofi, but you guys love American fast food like white Jesus. You know, you African Christians, a lot of y'all love white Jesus. Same thing here in America. Y'all love white Jesus. If I showed you a picture of black Jesus, you guys would, black nappy hair Jesus, you guys would lose it and try to fight me. But you guys love white Jesus. So yeah. But everybody, thank you for hopping on. I'm gonna be back on at 11:30. What time is it now? Okay, it's 11:10. Yeah, so I'll be back on in about 20 minutes with Brother Bomani, just talking about Ghana and business opportunities and some other things. So, you know, I appreciate you guys coming on. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you share it. Owini, and me and Owini, we're hopping on. Owini, we'll hop on later on today. Well, Owini, it's not just, how can I put it? I know there are a lot of Ghanaians who are conscious about their diet in Ghana, but you have to understand that makes no sense to ban Tsofi, but welcome American fast food with open arms. I mean, you have to admit, Owini, you have to admit. And I know there are a lot of Ghanaians who are very conscious about their diet. No, I understand, but you ban Tsofi, and you know the reason why or the motives is because you're worried about the diet of Ghanaians, but then you welcome all this fast food. So it doesn't make sense. Solomon Jones, what's good, fam? So yeah, it doesn't make sense. Any questions in the chat room? But see, but Owini, you gotta understand, it will, like here in America, it will become the norm if you guys aren't careful. That's the thing. It will become the norm. So now, what's the sugar tax in Chicago? So basically, any high fructose syrup containing sodas or whatever, there's an extra tax on it if you buy it. Is that from what I understand? In Philly too. Solomon Jones. Appreciate that, fam. Hey, so I'll be in Kumasi end of November. If you still got family in Kumasi, email me. Hold on. Email me. Email me because I'll be in Kumasi end of November. Which I want to, and real quick before I get off, another factor that's causing, I think they talked about it in an article, which is causing the increase in diabetes and obesity in Africa is our supermarkets. Now, when you go to Africa, for the most part, unlike here in America, you don't see supermarkets really. Like more high income areas, you'll see a supermarket here and there. I know in I think it's in the chain from South Africa might be ShopRite. I think I saw a couple of those when I was in South Africa, but you don't see a lot of supermarkets. And again, okay, when you have a food product, all right, that's able to sit on a shelf, okay, it has a shelf life of months and months and months. The amount of preservatives and just, you know, overall unhealthy ingredients in this food is going to make you sick over a current amount of time, over a period of time. And so all this stuff's being sold at supermarkets versus, you know, going to your local butcher and getting the fresh meat then and there, you know, getting meat that's not processed from your local butcher. The majority of food in a supermarket is going to be processed, have a ton of preservatives in it, all types of hormones in it, and it's not going to be healthy. So again, with the increase of supermarkets, with the increase of fast food in Africa, you're going to see an increase in Africans, you know, coming down with diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, and having kidney failure, and you know, having more being put on dialysis. Because right now, on the way it's looking per this article, if I owned a dialysis clinic, I would set up in Ghana right now. I would set up in Ghana. I would find where a major supermarket is. I would find where there's a high concentration of American fast food, and I will set up a dialysis center right there. Just because, I mean, you're going to end up going there anyway, or diabetes clinic or something. I'll set it up right there. But also too, when you got to understand, you're up in like the more of the countryside or the, you know, the villages. You're not in the city. Like in the city, where all this stuff's going to be abundant, watch everybody start getting more sick. See, where you're at, Winnie, you can eat, you know, there's, more access, easier access to natural, fresh food. And it could be the same way in the city as well. Like this myth of, you know, as cities, I guess, urbanize, that's the correct term, that you can't have access to, you know, fresh food, I think is false. Because you see a lot of places here in America where they're making it so. And they are not natural. They were made in the lab. Think for a second. Everything natural grows in nature without man to take care of it. These are many other like new veggies like carrot. Right. I mean, there again, but for the most part, you know, you have easier access to natural foods versus the junk that's being sold in fast food in the city. So, all right, you guys, I appreciate it. Tag name is Search for Huru. If this is your first time coming on, please like and subscribe and share the videos. People in the chat room, please share the videos. I appreciate it. Also, make sure you go to searchforhuru.com, go to dynastymirror.com, Make sure you go to Amazon.com, search your name, Dynasty Mirror, buy a book. Also, social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, search for Guru. Make sure you like, follow, share, and all that good stuff. Like I said, I was going to actually go on site today and just show Africans what to expect once you guys start embracing all this fast food. But it's raining outside, so I'll probably do it again, maybe next weekend, where I'll actually go to just a black neighborhood, show you all the fast food, then show you the dialysis centers, the kidney clinics, this clinic, that clinic, and that clinic, and show you the correlation between eating all this junk food and how it's going to hurt you later down the road when you have to go to all these clinics and get all these treatments. All right, family, I appreciate the support. Till next time, which will be in about 15 minutes. Peace.